pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Toronto Raptors. Checking out Toronto, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. We'll be checking out Kyle Lowry tonight. He's the definition, I think, of a late bloomer. When you see how his game has really blossomed with experience, how does his performance rate for you, Kenny, among the best point guards?
Oh, he's up
in the
there
league?
when he's healthy. The key is health with him. I think he made his first All-Star team last year, first All-Star game. That was great. You know, at 28 years old, that usually doesn't happen when you're after 9 years in the league.
Over the course of his career, he's found ways to improve his game. He's not an efficient scorer, but he's got a lot of ways to create a shot. Heck of a player.
He'll sneak up on you and hit a triple-double on you, too, will Kyle Lowry. That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
On the Eastern Conference in this game as the New York Knicks play this one at home. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. And, of course, Freak getting settled in, really clicking.
That trade is something that has the staff, players, and fans excited. They think it may be the piece of the puzzle necessary to get over the proverbial hurdle.
And with good reason. I mean, we're talking about one of the very best we have in our league, and you have to think he'd help any team.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in at the 3 spot. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the night right here. Comes in for Donald Sloan. A new group in now for the Raptors. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. Fisher's checked in for DeMar Carroll. And it's Joseph in for DeMar DeRozan. On defense, New York. Trailing by 4. It's stolen by Smith.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
Afflalo, that's good.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Lowry. Aaron Afflalo picking up that last basket. Lowry drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 4.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter. And checking out the numbers for Joseph, his last 10 games, he's averaging 8 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
And the Knicks making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. Here's Smith. After the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Just 3 to shoot. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Kyle Lowry.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
First trip to the line for him here. That free throw, no good. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. And the second free throw, good. Here's Freak. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas. Dishes it to Anthony. To the left wing. Here's Freak. New York, no good that time either. Raptors leading by 5. Up the floor. Fisher, the pass to Lowry. And the rejection by Smith. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Lowry with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
New York's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. Anthony left side. He kicks to O'Quinn. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. O'Quinn's got his first points of the night.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And Fisher kicks to Scola. Down low. Here's Joseph. Rebounded by Anthony. Knicks trail by 3. It's tipped. It's stolen by Johnson. And now in transition is Fisher. Here we go. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
Now here's Williams. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Freak. From outside, off the mark. Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against Los Angeles.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for the long arms and hands. And it caused hesitation in taking shots in there.
It's up a 3. No luck. And Toronto will go the other way with it. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Raptors leading by 8. Now Lowry. He has 7. Johnson, a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Johnson's got himself on the board with 3 there. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Fisher. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
And Joseph kicks to Lowry. 1:33 left here in the first quarter. And the rejection by Smith. Now here's Freak. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Joseph. And stolen by Freak. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And Freak throws it down.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
To the paint, here's Joseph. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Joseph's got 5 points so far.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
And DeMar DeRozan, star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them back. Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto to get the attention. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Smith comes in for Porzingis. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And Freak subbed in for Donald Sloan. A new group in now for the Raptors. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. Fisher's checked in for DeMar Carroll. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Corey Joseph. So the Raptors 5 right now. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Fisher is out there with James Johnson. And it's Scola in at the pivot, manning the middle. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks played a huge role for them. He ended with 13 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GA?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
Barbosa against DeRozan, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And here's Freak. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Outside Anthony. In the corner, it's Freak. Back to Anthony. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Raptors trail by 4. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. DeRozan against Barbosa. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Derek Williams, he checked in for Anthony. The Knicks have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Now here's Freak, now recovering. Freak with it. And at the top of the key, Williams. Freak kicks to Smith. Hands the 12-footer. Smith's got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
This is to Fisher. Pass to DeRozan. To the wing right side. The drive by Lowry. And again, no good by Toronto. The Knicks leading by 4. Now, Freak. It's stolen by Lowry. Out to the wing. Scola with a clean look. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists now tonight. New York's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now here's Freak, now recovering. The feed to Barbosa. New York moving it around. Freak. And a miss there on the triple.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
It's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Shot's good by Williams. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Knicks?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. From deep. And he gets it to go. Freak's got 5 points now this quarter. 59 seconds left in the first half. Outside Lowry. Here's DeRozan. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now here's Freak. Now recovering. There's the bucket. Good. 10 points for Freak.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
DeRozan's shot is good.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Jacks up a three. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Lowry.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
And DeRozan. Here we go. And the layup falls. DeRozan's got 13 points.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Knicks lead by 2. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, some great numbers for you and great play on and off the basketball tonight. Is your strategy any different?
It's the same thing. Try to move without the ball, play without the ball, space the court, attack when I get the ball, be aggressive and find people when they open.
Carmelo, thank you, guys. You've got to be aware wherever he is on the basketball floor.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
Guys, I love his activity, patrolling the court, blocking shot after shot out there. He's really made a statement at the defensive end.
A different look for New York. Williams, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Freak subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. A new group in now for the Raptors. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. Fisher's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Williams is out there with Anthony. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Lopez in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the 5 for New York right now. Anthony drawing the double team. Now here's Freak, guarded closely. Back to Anthony. Clock at 4. Now here's Joseph. 8 points for him. He feeds it to Fisher. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Freak. Carroll covering. Here's Freak. Here's Williams. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Carroll in the corner. Shot from the wing. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Freak passes to Lopez. Good. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Toronto leading by 5. Here's Joseph. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pass to Fisher. Pulls up. And again, Toronto no luck.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that one's good. Freak. Toronto's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Johnson the screen. Carroll dishes to Scola. Kicks it to Carroll. Here's Johnson. That's good.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
A different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Smith comes in for Anthony. And it's Barbosa in for Donald Sloan. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll.
Here's where Toronto sits right now in the league rankings. 2nd in second chance points. 9th in scoring. And they are in the top 3rd of the league in assists. With the quality of players they have, you thought they might be better there, but not bad.
And their gift for offensive rebounding definitely evident in all those second chance points. The two go hand in hand. Make no mistake, if you don't box out, you're going to pay.
And it's Johnson. That time on the assist from Joseph. And 11 points for Johnson.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here. Now, there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Screen by Scola. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Let's check out the NBA's top producers from three-point land. 3rd is Carmelo Anthony. The 4th spot held by Josh Smith.
Well, I tell you what, both of these guys would be an excellent choice. Either one of these guys would be an excellent choice for a last-second game-winning shot. Both are confident shooters.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Raptors. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Smith right side. It's Freak, top of the key. Smith kicks to O'Quinn for the tie. And the shot falls short this time. Raptors with the lead. And here is Joseph. He's got 8. To the right side. Here's Fisher. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. New York's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the 3rd. Feeds it to Freak. 1:56 left to play in the 3rd. Toronto's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Screened by Valanciunas. Joseph with the ball. Now Smith defending. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Leandro Barbosa. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Toronto.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
And a wide open look for Freak. Drills the three-pointer. Freak's got 17 now.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Joseph, the pass to Fisher. From 11 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good. And that's now 7 points now for Valanciunas.
And checking out some numbers for Josh Smith. How last month turned out for him. He's around 10 game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Smith on the wing. The dish to Freak. Outside Williams. New York moving it around. Freak kicks to Smith. The shot is off, and it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1. They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for them, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Here's Joseph. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Oh!
Hang time on that rim, puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Free throw good, Joseph. And the Raptors making a change here. That one is no good.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kyle, how big a factor was the defense you guys played tonight?
You know, we focused in a lot on defense in the film session we did before the game, so we had to re-emphasize the things that we worked on in the last couple of days of practice.
It seemed to play out for you, Kyle. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. Time now for some highlights as we take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
Well, he spent a lot of time in the air at the defensive end, tormenting shooters and getting a bunch of blocks. He was a ball of energy on the defensive end and a great example to his teammates. He didn't let anything in his neighborhood go uncontested.
He put everything he had to his rebound, and it made a huge difference. This was a taste of what he's capable when he gets his mind that he's going to dominate.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.